Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Lynx, and welcome to another deck profile. In today's video, Utopia. Now, number 39, Utopia, is the main ace monster of Saxo protagonist, Yuma Tsukumo. The deck's main playstyle revolves around evolving this rank 4 monster into its many evolutions, and equipping them with the Saxo weapons, main deck monsters with very powerful effects that only take effect once you equip them to an Utopia monster. The deck hasn't seen much play so far because using Yuma's Onomat archetype as a generic rank 4 and 6 engine was much better. That is, until now. With the new Brave Hope Zaxo structure deck and the new gift card Ultimate Leo Utopia Ray, the deck rises once again. Let's have a look at the card by card. Okay, starting with the monster lineup, we have one copy of ZW Pegasus Twin Saber. While this is equipped to a monster, you can, once per turn, negate a monster effect activated on the field. Then, 3 copies of Gaga Magician. Originally, this was 3 copies of Utopic Onomatopoeia, but then I realized that I always had access to Utopic Onomatopoeia thanks to the Zaxo Ultimate Unite skill, so I decided to sub them for Gaga Magician. Then, 3 copies of Gaga Chao. This card will control a Gaga monster, can special summon itself from your hand, and copy the level of a Gaga monster you control. The downside being, you can't go to your battle phase the turn you do that. After that, an old friend of the deck, Gaga Sister. This card can, on normal summon, add a Gaga spell trap card from your deck to your hand, and modulate levels. Then, one copy of ZW Eagle Claw. This is basically Pegasus Twin Saber, but for trap cards. Last but not least, ZW Tornado Bringer. This protects your Utopia from targeting effects. You may have noticed that for a deck that supposedly wants to summon a rank 4 monster, it really is lacking in level 4s. That is because Konami didn't give us a rank up magic to go into Ultimate Leo Utopia Ray. They want us to do it through the skill, which requires at least 2 turns of setup, which kind of sucks. But there is a solution to that. By building our deck with monsters that can modulate their level, we can just skip straight to level 5 and go into Ultimate Leo Utopia Ray in a single turn. The end result ended up being a deck that is very free to play friendly. It requires basically just a single purchase of the new structure deck and a go through the Shining Hope box for copies of Gaga Sister. But well, now that we're done explaining this, let's do the spell and traps. One copy of Gaga Revenge. If you use this together with Gaga Sister and the Saxo Ultimate Unite skill, you can basically go into any rank. 2 copies of Gaga Wind. You use this together with Gaga Magician to go into a 3-card setup for Ultimate Leo Utopia Ray. Then just some basic spell and trap protection and back row removal in the form of Book of Moon and Treacherous Traphold, as well as Comic Cyclone. Now that we're done with the main deck, let's do the extra deck. Okay, starting with 2 copies of number 39 Utopia. This is an Utopia deck, you play Utopia, shocker, I know. Then 1 copy of the new star of the show, Ultimate Leo Utopia Ray. This can equip AZW directly from either the deck or extra deck, and get this, while equipped with a ZW, it's a monster negate. If you equip it with ZW Pegasus Twin Saber, it's basically a double monster negate with protection. After that, we have 1 copy of the new event card, number 92, Half Earth Dragon. This is basically an insta-win in certain matchups, but be careful because when you summon this, you can't summon Ultimate Leo Utopia Ray except via the skill. Then, for the cases where you can't actually go into your big monsters, we have number 22, Zombie Stein, and number 25, Force Focus. These are turn 1 negates, very simple. Then, the best rank 4 number monster, we have number 70, Malevolent Sin. It helps close out games, pretty simple. Thanks to our skill, we also have access to ZW Leo Arms and number C39, Utopia Ray. You basically never summon this, and you summon this when you want to BM your opponent. And with that, let's go into the replays. Our first game is a mirror match, but it doesn't really matter. This game is here to show you what this deck's Dream Turn 1 looks like. We're going first, play normal summon Gaga's sister, search for a Gaga Revenge, activate our skill by paying 2000 life points to change our Gaga sister into a Gaga Magician, change a Gaga Magician to level 3, special summon sister with Gaga Revenge, change them both to level 5, special summon Gaga Child, and go into ultimately Utopia Ray. We equip it with ZW Pegasus Spring Saber and ZW Tornado Bringer, set a Book of Moon, and pass to our opponent. Our opponent activates Total Draw, and realizing that they can't out or huge negate boss monster, surrenders. Our second game is versus Gandora, and it's here to show you how the deck handles itself versus the meta. Our opponent's going first, he normal summons Ancient Gear Wyvern, searches for Ancient Gear Box, and uses Box's effect to search for an Infinite Rack Anchor Drill. He then activates his skill to search for a Gandora. Our turn, we draw a Book of Moon, normal summon Gaga's sister, search for Gaga Revenge, activate our very own skill to change our sister into Gaga Magician, activate Gaga Revenge to bring back the sister, change Gaga Magician to 3 before changing it to 5 with Gaga sister, special summon Gaga Chow to go into Ultimate Leo Utopia Ray. We then equip it with a Pegasus Spring Saber and set our 2 Book of Moons. Our opponent normal summons the Infinite Track Anchor Drill, we activate Book of Moon to clear up space, and our opponent realizing there isn't much he can do before I absolutely destroy him next turn, surrenders. Our last game is versus Stellar Knight, and it's here for variety reasons. We're going first, I'm seeing Jaden, I'm thinking this is probably hero, so I'm just gonna go through my usual combo to summon Ultimate Leo Utopia Ray, and I'm going to equip it with a ZW Pegasus Spring Saber to negate the Stratos effect. We set a Book of Moon and pass it to our opponent. Our opponent then normal summons Stellar Knight Ulukuhao, we negate it with Pegasus, and then during our turn we transform with the Sexual skill, equip our Utopia Ray with ZW Tornado Bringer, and at this point the game is already over. I'm just BMing my opponent by summoning a Utopia Ray. Our opponent seeing this just surrenders. And we're back with the deck, and oh god, this is going to be a problem, isn't it? Not only the deck is super strong and super consistent, it's also super cheap. Expect to see this a lot on ladder, maybe even tier 0 format. But if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and to subscribe for more similar content. My name's Lynx, and I'm out. Peace.